Today I have to fix this crack in the corner of the drywall. Let me show you how. If you can spackle nail holes, you can patch drywall, including corners like this. Now thankfully this wall is not an exterior wall. It's just a stud wall dividing up the basement so they can finish one half and leave the other half unfinished for storage. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think this corner stud is not completely sitting on the floor plate. The weight is causing it to slowly wiggle off that edge and causing the separation in the wall. Not necessarily a structural issue for the house, so I think it should be fine. Step 1. Get a plastic bag for the mess, and then get a knife and cut away all the loose tape. Step 2. Mix up some drywall mud. As far as drywall mud goes, you have a few options. Don't use spackle for a gap this large. And you're going to need some drywall tape. For the drywall mud, you can use premix mud, 45-minute mud, 20-minute mud, all the way down to 5-minute mud. Those numbers just tell you how long you have to work with it after you mix it up. Premix mud will take a whole day to dry. For this project, I'm using 5-minute mud. Absolutely not recommended unless you have experience. It sets up way too quickly. Step 3, mix up the mud and apply. Now with the time it took me to mix this mud, I probably only have 2, maybe 3 minutes left to work it into the corner. No, you don't need one of those fancy corner trowels. A regular 10-inch blade will work just fine. Now I start by pushing my mud into the corner. You need the gap somewhat filled, and you also need mud there to help glue the tape on. Step 4, get the tape, form it into the corner, and then put a light layer of mud over it. Now I'm not looking for perfection here, I'm just looking for a light layer of mud over the tape to help glue it down. And I had to mix up a new batch of mud because my previous batch set up on me before I could finish. Anyways, the mud on the wall should have semi-set by now, so I'm going to mix up another batch, and this time I'm going to feather out the mud to where I actually want it so it looks like a corner. At this point, when you're applying the mud, you want to put pressure on the top side of the blade if you're working your way downwards or vice versa. You want the back edge of the blade in whichever direction you're going to feather out the mud so you don't leave grooves. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself crazy going back 28 times trying to remove all those little grooves and putting in new ones while you try to smooth it out. So after you get all the mud applied, start from one end and go to the other, smoothing out those grooves. And that's it. Let it dry, sand it, prime it, paint it. You got this.